All right, guys, the Utah Jazz get a nice win against the Philadelphia 76ers, and Ben Simmons going off. Thank you to Jordan Clarkson. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. So that was about as close a game as I think I've seen the Jazz have in 20 games. Obviously, the Denver game where Utah lost, but this was, this thing was up in the air for most of this game, and the Philadelphia 76ers came to play. It looked like Joel Embiid was going to play and then was a late scratch right before the game. So I think the Sixers benefited a little bit from, the Jazz game plan kind of being up in the air. At the same time, the Sixers did not benefit from not having Joel Embiid, who is a MVP candidate this year. He's been an absolute monster. His face-up game has been incredible. Cody Strickland, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Rookie, baby. That I was kind of hoping to see Joel Embiid versus Rudy Gobert, just because that's a big time matchup. And when those guys play, they don't play that often. For whatever reason, Joel Embiid misses games against Rudy Gobert a lot of the time. And whether it's health, whether they don't want him to, I don't know. It's weird. But for whatever reason, they've played 3 times in 13 opportunities. It's weird. I don't know. Is Joel Embiid scared of Rudy Gobert? Maybe. Play him, Joel. I hope I don't hope he's injured, but I hope that it's not that he's just ducking Rudy Gobert, because that would be weird. But anyways, Ben Simmons was an absolute monster tonight. And, if you want to see what Ben Simmons can do and how Ben Simmons can impact a game, watch tonight, because his physicality, that's his talent, really. Just his physical tools are out of this world. We all know the skill is just not quite there in terms of shooting, but everything else is great. The passing, the pushing the ball in transition, and then just him barreling to the rim and just using his physicality to just get his shot is unbelievable. Tonight, 42 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Just a monster night for Ben Simmons. Spencer Jaycox, $4.99. You're the man, Spencer. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are thanked by me. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you, Spencer. But you could see tonight. Now, some of that you've got to just give it to Ben Simmons, because that's what he does. And some of that, I wonder, is a little bit of the Jazz playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, playing a little bit tired. Honestly, Derek Favors got manhandled, and he's been manhandled a few times the last 3 or 4 games. And I don't know if it's, time to give Derek Favors just a few games off, because the Jazz do have Juwan Morgan behind him that can come in and play. But Derek Favors has had his moments. He's had some good plays these games. But tonight, man, he took some shots from Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons just showed that this guy is just an absolute monster in transition. But in the half court tonight, he was good. He was just dominating, just physical. And, the person you have to give credit to the Utah Jazz tonight was Royce O'Neale, who came in and said, hey, Rudy's getting kind of physically backed down by Simmons. Derek Favors is getting destroyed. Bojan Bogdanovic guarded him a little bit, and he was just getting beat every time. And Royce O'Neale came in and just showed that Royce O'Neale is a strong dude, and he plays incredible defense. Royce O'Neale's been, I don't know if he'll be first team all defense, but he definitely deserves either first, second, or third team all defense this year. He's been amazing. It hasn't just Rudy Gobert's been the defensive player of the year this year for sure, but Royce O'Neale is part of the reason the Jazz have a top 4 in defensive efficiency this year, because he came in and he stopped the bleeding. If Royce doesn't guard Simmons, he'd have scored 50 plus, because there was no one that could do anything for Simmons tonight. Gobert had his moments doing pretty well against him, but Simmons countered it by passing off to the bigs or passing out to 3-point shooters. So you've got to give credit to Royce O'Neale big time tonight. Fidel Lopez, $1.99. Thank you, my man. How do I become a member? Go Jazz. Hey, if you look down right here underneath me, there should be a button that says join. Click join and you join the channel, and you get all the benefits of joining the channel. Check it out. You might like it. In fact, I bet you will, because it's great. You get to join the chat. It's freaking awesome. Chan Therick, what a game. I agree. DW, Jazz going all the way. Jordan Clarkson. Yes. Let's talk about Jordan Clarkson. He was phenomenal. Royce O'Neale deserves props. He was the defensive stop that they needed. But Jordan Clarkson tonight scores 40 points. And look at these numbers from Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson shoots 13 for 20 from the field, 65% from the field, and 8 for 13 from 3. He ties a Jazz record with 8 threes made. Looked like an absolute frame. I mean, he made his first 4 threes. He pulled up in transition like a madman and makes every single one. I mean, it's basically like playing 2K it's not even 2K. It's NBA Jam when you get your turbo or you get on fire and you just know you're going to make the 3. That's what he was doing because he just ran to the 3-point line, put it up, and was making it. He was literally NBA Jam on fire, Jordan Clarkson. That's what we saw tonight. It was madness. It's madness what's going on with the Jazz right now. And Jordan Clarkson is a major part of it. That dude knows how to score. There are people that know how to do things. Rudy Gobert knows how to play defense and block shots. Jordan Clarkson knows how to score the basketball. That's what he does. That's his job. Jordan Clarkson is what's his bucket from taken? I am a man and I have a certain skill set. And that skill set is put the ball in the hoop. That's what I do. You want to see that net raise from swishes from 3? That's what I do. That is Jordan Clarkson's. Jorge Arizaga, 50 pesos. Those pesos are appreciated, Jorge. And the emojis, the James emojis are nice. DW, Jordan Clarkson, Jazz going all the way. Yes, they are. I'm starting to believe it. Because how are the Lakers going to stop this Jazz team? First off, I hope that AD is okay. We're not going to mention anything about that because I don't want to get in trouble. But how do you stop this Utah Jazz team? How many of the Jazz Hydra heads do you stop? You can't stop them all. You stop Donovan Mitchell. He didn't have a very good night tonight. Donovan Mitchell scored, let's see. Donovan Mitchell was 9 for 24 from the field. Not a great night. That's legs. 3 for third game in 4 nights. Shoots, let's see. Donovan Mitchell, 37% from the field, 25% from 3. Just was not his night. Although, ironically, 24 points still for Donovan Mitchell. That's how impressive Donovan Mitchell is. 24 points on 24 shots. Well, that's okay. That's not the greatest, but still a +4. Getting to the line, I don't know. We'll just we'll overlook that. Rudy Gobert, solid tonight, but only 11 points, 9 rebounds. But Rudy Gobert does what Rudy does, and he guarded the rim, did okay. It was really Royce O'Neale's defense on Ben Simmons at the end, and it was Jordan freaking Clarkson that stopped the bleeding. It was absolutely him doing everything he needed to help this Jazz team win. Talk to me about the space. Robert Hall, talk to me about the space we were giving Simmons. I don't know. I was actually really disappointed with the Jazz defense in this game. Their defense in transition was not enough. Like, you could see multiple times in transition, they did create a wall to slow him up, but there were so many times where they were just slow to get back, and you've probably got to chalk that up to third game in 4 nights, just tired legs. That's how good this Jazz team is. They are exhausted, and they still win. I mean, the Sixers scored, I think, like on 17 of their first 18 possessions, and they lose? That's a joke. How do you lose to the Jazz when you score on 17 of your first 18 possessions? How do you do that? Spencer J. Cox, 99 cents, baby. I'll take it. A McChicken donation. Thank you, my sir. Brett Robbins joined the channel. You are the man, Brett. Welcome to Rookie. Welcome to the channel, baby. Furby Jr., $5. You're the man, Furby Jr. I love you. Thank you, my man. Shan Therick. Rudy couldn't really rebound too much tonight because literally every shot they were taking was going in forever. That's absolutely, I mean, that's almost actually literally true. They scored on like 17 of their first 18 possessions, so like 97% of them. It's hard to get rebounds when they make every shot, and it's weird that the Jazz won. There's some sort of strange witchcraft going on with the Jazz. They've found a witchcraft formula. Quinn Snyder went into some like Mayan or Egyptian temple. You could see him. He probably had like some Indiana Jones hat and you know, that mask that he wears that's see-through. If he still wears it, I guess. And he was in the temple and he was going over all these different things. And he Indiana Jones some sort of idol, replaced it with the statue of Shelvin Mack. Left it there because thank goodness we got to leave Shelvin Mack in history. We don't speak of that anymore. And he brought that thing out and ran out and scared away the natives, and now he brought back the algorithm that is the witchcraft of the Utah Jazz, that they can win games when the other team scores an insane amount. That's what Quinn Snyder did, and we all got to thank him for traveling and getting that witchcraft for this Jazz team, because it's what's helping us get there. Brett Robbins, I think I already congratulated you, but thank you if I didn't. Fidel Lopez, welcome to Rookie, baby. Welcome to the channel. Let's just all join this Hoops Nerd movement, baby. Brett Robbins, Let's see. Ryan Rosella. Gobert was contesting well against Simmons, but what happens when Embiid is there to clean up the glass? It's a different dynamic. It's just a different team because tonight Ben Simmons was playing center. And so it kind of gives them 4 shooters around Simmons. It's just a different team. With Joel Embiid, in some ways they're easier to guard because you at least can like have Rudy guard Joel and just one-on-one him, and then you've got that kind of combo going on. And then whoever's guarding Ben Simmons can kind of play off of him. It's just that's why the Sixers are a weird dynamic, and that's why they need shooting around those guys. It's a different team that way. It's just a completely different philosophy, completely different setup. Everything's different with them. Brett Robbins, are we not going to talk about how the 76ers put Danny Green in the game with 7 minutes left to get some three-point shooting, and he went 1 for 6? Yeah, shout out to Danny Green. Thank you. By the way, Joe Ingles was really great tonight. I don't know what his line was, but he was just a big part of this Jazz win. Yes, Joe, it's fun when the eye test works. Joe Ingles was 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3 for 40%. Joe Ingles scored 20 points. Joe Ingles is quietly having the best year of his career, and he's 33 years old. Joe Ingles is a big part of this win streak, guys. No doubt. No doubt. Let's see. Quinn must have done this after the Knicks beat us. That's right. I think that's what happened. He went on a quest, and that's what happened. Like The Last of Us, that video game. I don't know. Something like that. Ryan Mitchell, $5. You're the man, Ryan. Thank you, my sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, my friend. Jorge Arizaga, we would have won easier with Embiid. Probably, maybe. I guess there's no way to know. That's what we wanted to see because it's always fun to watch Rudy go against Embiid. But we've lost to the Sixers before with them going with Embiid, so that's why we wanted to watch it, and that's why it's disappointing. Fidel Lopez, even if Embiid played, we would have still won. Can't wait for Mike to return. Yes, like we said, this is without Mike Conley. And we saw what happens with AD when he came back. He said he felt better, and he came and he re-aggravated his Achilles tendonitis, pulled a calf. That's scary stuff, and we'll see how long it takes for AD to come back. My guess is it's not going to be for a month or so. I think that Lakers team is going to drop in the standings a little bit, although LeBron James has been his insane self for this whole time. Bryce Harper, but anyways, moral of that story is you need to make sure that Mike Conley is 100%. Because remember, last year Mike Conley had a calf injury. He came back probably too early, re-aggravated it, and was out for even longer and missed a major chunk of last season. And that's what was part of all the frustration last year with Mike Conley. And why he's like, if the NBA has a Comeback Player of the Year award, which they should, and they don't, you would give it to Mike Conley. Bryce Harper, $1.99. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you. Heat doing better against Clips than versus Jazz right now. Yeah, the Jazz are really, really good, guys. The Jazz are really, really good. Today I have President's Day off from my day job, and I'm a weirdo and a nerd, and I watched the Jazz versus Celtics. I watched it with the Celtics announcers just because it's like enjoyable to watch them be frustrated to lose to the Jazz. But watching that game, the Jazz were in control that entire time. Like, go watch some of these games that, at the time, like even this game, you feel like are close. I bet if you rewatch this game, it's not as close as you think it was. Although tonight really was chalked up to this guy right here. Jordan Clarkson was absolutely incredible. Incredible. Oh, and you know what? We're probably going to be done here pretty soon. But the thing that you've got to... And Michael from SLC Dunk, my good friend Michael. By the way, go be reading SLC Dunk. It's the best site out there. I'm the site manager for it, so maybe I'm biased, but it's the best stuff out there. Go to SLC Dunk and read all the stuff. But Michael made a really good point. We're looking at Jordan Clarkson play a Manu Ginobili role. Not where he's not just like Lou Williams who kind of disappears in the playoffs. If Jordan Clarkson can do this in the playoffs and be kind of that Manu Ginobili, and I think he can, this is a different player than last year in a lot of ways. And the reason is the last 3 games. I was wrong last time. It's the last 3 games. Jordan Clarkson has 5 assists. Tonight he was scoring, and that's what you wanted him to do. But this Jordan Clarkson is Ginobili stuff because he's also scoring and passing and getting other people involved. This is the type of player that can get you over the hump and beat the Lakers. Because let's say LeBron decides he's going to guard Donovan Mitchell and AD locks up Gobert and things get locked down. Who's going to stop Jordan Clarkson? Alex Caruso? Good luck. Good luck. He's going to have games where he scores the ball. And we saw what happened with the Heat when they double-teamed Jordan Clarkson. He just passed it to the open man, and that's how he got his 5 assists. Jordan Clarkson he's this year's Manu Ginobili. This Jazz team is like the 2014 Spurs, where you just like have this team that's playing this team basketball that's just so hard to stop. And that's where we're seeing just incredible play from this team. Unbelievable, guys. I cannot say enough good things about Jordan Clarkson. And by the way, Royce O'Neale tonight, we already mentioned it. You've got to give him credit too. Royce O'Neale is having a monster season. Quietly, his defense with Rudy Gobert has been out of this world. And you know who else had a really nice night tonight? Miaoni. He came in and played some nice minutes with some nice defense. Really played hard. We got some guys standing up for Caruso, I guess. Hey, shout out to Alex Caruso. He's, anyone out there like the bald crew, the bald white man crew. We need a representative, and I guess we'll take Jordan Clarkson. Nah, bro, he's a good dancer. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Probably better dancer than me, I'll tell you that. Royce is going to make LeBron work for it this year if they meet. His D was already good, but now it's pretty elite. I'll say this. LeBron is Thanos. Go watch Avengers, and that's like the story of LeBron James destroying worlds. And so I don't want to get cocky because, you put up Captain America against Thanos, and it's not quite as what you thought, but maybe Royce is a tough dude, and you know that Royce is going to be guarding LeBron, and that's going to be fun to watch. Royce is a tough guy, and he took Ben Simmons and Giannis head on, and he stopped them both. Go watch Royce's defense against Giannis in the first half of that Jazz-Bucks game. It was impressive stuff. That was impressive stuff. He is as strong, honestly, as anyone on the Jazz. I would be surprised if it wasn't true. He's incredible. Royce does not get appreciated enough. I'll just say that. Guys, everyone in the chat, thank you. It's going great. You guys are amazing. This channel is growing, and it's because of you guys. If you like this stuff, if you want to join the channel, if you want to support it, just hit that join button and become a part of this channel. DW, Quinn Snyder for MVP. Yes, but Coach of the Year for sure. Quinn Snyder has taken it to another level this year as well. And you know who else? We'll end on this note. The Jazz front office. This is a vision they've had for the Jazz for years, and it's finally come to fruition, where you have Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors playing center, and surrounding it is 4 shooters that can get their own shot and hit 40% from 3. Literally everyone surrounding Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors can hit a 3 at 40%. And the Jazz have designed their system with Quinn Snyder to shoot more threes than anyone in the league, and they make a higher percentage of them. They lead the league in three-point makes at 17 or something a game. And the Jazz defense tries to take away as many threes as possible. That's why the Sixers, when they score on 17 of their first 18 possessions, don't have a huge lead. Why? Because they're not shooting threes. They're shooting 2s. And so they're hitting a high percentage and they get the lead, but that's why it's not out of hand, and that's why the Jazz can come back and just beat them. This formula is incredible. It's from an Egyptian Mayan temple somewhere that they stole the secret, and this is what the Jazz are doing. So it's a cohesion of the Jazz front office and Quinn Snyder. It's incredible. Quinn Snyder definitely deserves Coach of the Year. Justin Zanuck, he deserves Executive of the Year. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Join the channel, or if you just want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. Hit the bell so you know when these go live, or when the channel goes live and you can watch live. Be a part of everything. Guys, you're amazing. I appreciate it. Oh, and finally, we've got to thank our All-Stars tonight. Thank you, Justin TYH, however you say that. Thank you, Patrick Akubo. Thank you, let's see. Thank you, Robert Hall. You're the man. Thank you, Kyle Christensen. Thank you, DW. You're the man. David Lee, thank you very much. Thank you, Jorge Arizaga. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. I appreciate it. You're making a difference. It's incredible. Supporting the channel. Executive producers and all-stars. Hoops, all-stars, baby. I will talk to you guys later. You have a good night, okay? That sounded